Casey Childs, and today I thought it would be fun to share with you a few pieces that I got from the recent collaboration between Mackenzie Childs, Goody, and Wet Brush. When I first discovered this collection was coming out, it was in the late tail end of February, and it was going to be released on March, and I instantly fell in love with some of the pieces. Now, some pieces I wanted automatically when I saw. I'll go ahead and pour myself a cup of tea while I talk with you. Um, so yeah, a couple of pieces I definitely knew I wanted from the collection when I saw it in the promo items on MackenzieChilds.com. But then there's other pieces that I saw in person that I absolutely loved, and I had to get it. Here where I'm at, this collection definitely sold out. But in other areas, like a couple of cities over, you know, they still had a fair amount of stock. So I guess it would depend on your area on how fast it flew off the shelf. I know I'm talking about that collaboration, and right now you're looking at my dinner set. And I'm just in love with my dinner set. And so let me give you a quick update about my dinner set, and then I'll go ahead and go to the collaboration. If you're looking to get into the collaboration, just go ahead and skip the forward, and I'll see you in the future. So for Christmas, Daniel got me the geez, I still can't remember the name, but I think it's the Country Club, something club dinnerware, flatware set. And so this is enamel, and I really, really enjoy it right here. I'm not sure if I reviewed this. I think I might have in my in my bar cart, which is right here to the side. You can't see it, but the bar cart's up here. You can see kind of a little end of it. I think I reviewed that in my bar cart, but yep, I'm so excited to have that. I'm still planning to get the other three set to complete the entire dinnerware, but for now I just have one, which is fine because I'm not really entertaining. It's winter time, and you know, winter, that's the time to mostly sit around family. In the summer, that's when we tend to do, you know, to do most of our entertaining. So that's fine. Also, I have updated my bouquet here in my Mackenzie Childs vase. This is, what is it? It was the herb bouquet. It went back on sale towards the beginning of Christmas, and I went ahead and bought one, and then I added some flowers to it, and so I'm really happy with that. And then you might see that I've interchanged some of these black napkins into my dinner napkin set, and then I've also changed the format of the bow. Before I did the bow tie of the dinner napkin, and what was happening is that I wasn't able to, you know, consistently come up with a cute bow tie. But then I was like, oh, a bow tie. Let's see if I can make a bow tie out of it. And so I really like this, what did she say? Orientation of the napkin, a lot better than what I did before. Yep, so that's an update on my dinnerware. And so why don't I go ahead and clear the table so we can discuss the Goody collection. All right. As I do this, why don't I drink a couple of teas? So the tea that I'm drinking is passion tea with loose leaf, what is it called? Hibiscus leaves in there too, so it really adds to that kick. Oh, it's one of my favorite teas. Okay, so I'll put this over here, and I'll go ahead and get the wheels out of the way. As you can see, I kind of got around the science on how to quickly clear this set. And then these two things, the tea and the silverware, put on the bar cart. You know, I have to say, dolls, if you watch my videos, you know that I don't really like to do a lot of video editing. I like to do a straight shot. And so when thinking of the concept of this video, I didn't think how much time would be spent on clearing the table before the two takes, but that's all right. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it into the video because I really, again, I really do not like video editing. I like to do straight shots, so I do apologize if this is tedious and taking too much time. Okay, so with that, I do, here is my Mackenzie Child piece collection. And so I have it here on my Mackenzie Child's rattan party tray. Yay! Okay, let me fix the orientation of this this vase. And so here I have all the pieces. And so first up, I bought the Mackenzie Child's and Goody comb. And then I'm gonna do a review of everything, and then I'll go into individual pieces. Next, I bought the Mackenzie Child in wet brush. Then I got the 4 clips. When I first saw my Mackenzie Child's setup at my local Target, I was on the fence about this, but I have bangs now, and these clips are the perfect size to keep my bangs up at night. But this clip, as you can see, I have used it, so it's not in its package. This is 1 or 2 things that I haven't taken out of, I'm sorry, that I have taken out of the package. Another one is one of these, but I have used this and it's great. It's a great clip. So I got the big clip as well. Then I got the compacts. I was really excited about this before I purchased it in store. Now that I've seen it, you know, we'll talk about it. But I got the compact. Then I got the Mackenzie Child's and Goody big scrunchies. So it has Courtly Check and then Rosy Check on the back. As you can tell, I love Courtly Check. And then I have 2 Courtly Check, should we say, hair tie cases. And I'll explain why I have 2 in a little bit. So let's go back to the comb. So I really, really like this comb. I really love that it comes with it. Oh, can you see? Perfect. That it comes with like this little envelope travel packet. And that's what it looks like inside. And it still has like this little gel silicone. I'm gonna keep that in there only because I still don't plan on using it. And that's so weird to say, but when I bought these, I was thinking, I would say that they're like the standard quality of like, you know, your Goody product, right? And so take from that what you will, but for me, I don't tend to go for combs because they tend to break easily with my usage. So for me, I bought this and I was on the fence about returning it, but I decided to keep it because it will be great display. Like when I'm having company over and they go into my master bedroom, this rattan tray, it rests, its home is on our bed, and so we use it as like a bed pan. Not a bedpan, but because the bedpan, you know, but a bed tray, and so it can become more decorative, and maybe it can rest on here like when we're entertaining. But I don't really plan to use this a lot because I don't want to break it because it's a really nice comb. So yeah, so I think it's going to be more decorative. In that same vein, so is this brush. Now I bought this brush with the intention of using it, but when I'm going to go ahead and take it out the package, oops, that wasn't very graceful, right? But as you can see, I don't know, my hair is curly, and so you can see like these bristles. Let me see if I can, these bristles, they kind of make me feel that after a couple runs through the hair, shall we say, that, you know, if you ever had a brush like this and then it's missing some of the plugs, I feel like it's so delicate or dainty that, you know, some of the plugs would come out. So this also is going to be more decorative, and I'm not really intending to use it. One thing about these type of brushes, these, what are they called? Vent brushes. When I use them, sometimes you can hold it by the grip and then it might break off right here at the handle. It's all one piece, and so it doesn't feel reinforced. Normally a brush that I use, um, that's meant for the long haul it's kind of reinforced here at the joint. So, it doesn't break off as easily. So this, again, because it's Mackenzie Childs, I would keep it. And like I said, I would display it on this baton tray and have it on my bed. And so it gives the appearance that I'm using it, right? I'm staging, but I'm not really going to use this. And it was only 17 bucks, so it doesn't really bother me that much. Like I did say, I was intending to return the comb, and this was another product that I was thinking about returning because I'm like, hey, I feel like these items are more for the utility, just like the dishware you saw earlier. But these items, uh, they don't have that same durability like the dishware for Mackenzie Childs, right? Because they're kind of plastic. But for as far as the clips go, these, however, I will say, I'm using for the utility. This is a great clip. I've already said it earlier. The spring on it, it's very, shall we say, tight. Right. I feel like it clips. The grip on the clip is really good, and it's not loose, and so it'll hold your hair, and you don't have to worry about it slipping once it clips the hair. So I really do like the clip. The small ones I haven't opened yet. I was deciding to keep them in the package so I can do this video, so I don't really have much of a rapport with them, but just opening them, they seem like, a smaller version of what the big one is, and so that was really cool. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this compact. Okay, so Mackenzie Childs, was it last September or August? I forget when. They had a compact that was very similar in structure, pardon my reach, to this like enamel thing that's on the fork handle right here. It was very close to that. I'm going to reach again. And so the compact was like 60 bucks. And so it went on sale for like 30. And I was like, do I really want to invest in a compact? Because ultimately, a compact is, you can get a cheaper, more affordable one, right? And it'll still last as long. Case in point, I bought a Mac compact years ago, right? Like 2011, 2010. And it's still holding up. The only problem is that the words Mac fell off. And so, or shall we say, just rubbed off, because I think it was like that 3D printed format. And so I was like, well, that was a waste of the money, because you paid a little bit more for the Mac name, and so it was gone. So I've been looking for another compact, and so I didn't want to spend a little bit more on the Mackenzie Child compact, just because it's a compact, right? And I already have one. I just wanted one for more, a prettier one. So when this compact came out, and I think this one was like $9, I was really excited. But and I still love the print. The Goody right there kind of kind of annoys me. I kind of wish this wasn't so, but luckily on the back there's that butterfly print. And I'm still on the fence about this. I don't know. I just don't want to open it because, it hasn't been 30 days since I purchased this one, and maybe I might return it. But my hesitance on this compact is like, if you can see like this type of material right here, it kind of gives me pleather, and because it gives me pleather vibes, I'm scared about what happens when pleather ages. What happens, little parts starts flaking off, and then it's like, okay, here we go. Here's another compact I bought, and stuff is flaking off, just like the Mac one. So I was really, really excited about this when I saw it on MackenzieChild.com, but seeing it in person, I'm just a little disappointed. So that's my honest opinion. Now, you might have something different of an experience with this compact, and you might say, oh, I love it, but that's just my opinion. And then I bought these big scrunchies. Now, I really don't use big scrunchies, but there are times where, I'll put my hair up in a high bun, that kind of like studious, shall we say, librarian look with the glasses, right? With the two tendrils on the side. So I thought that when I did decide to wear that, it would be cute to garnish the bun with a scrunchie. So I don't really use big scrunchies that much, and in fact, that's the only time I ever find myself reaching for one is when I have that hairstyle. And so I am going to save these for when I feel like that. Currently, I'm wearing my hair half up, half down, so there's no need for this size of a scrunchie. I use a ribbon, and I'm thinking about considering purchasing a Mackenzie child ribbon so I can garnish the top knot with a little Mackenzie child ribbon. That would be cute. Courtly check, if anything, because courtly check seems to be like, I love it when Rebecca said referred to as an underpinning. So either you can use it with everything. So maybe I would use a courtly check ribbon to garnish my top knot on my hair for current. But yeah, so I got the big scrunchies. Now I did have the opportunity to peruse the small scrunchies, and I don't see myself using them, but they look like if you use smaller scrunchies, it would be good. Okay, and then finally, this one I was equally as excited about. I have two. I'll go ahead and show you the one that I did not open. This one's charm. I took off and I put it on my Dooney and Burke charm because it didn't have it. My Dooney and Burke duck charm, but that didn't have like a little metal tag. And so the purpose of this one, the reason why I took this one off is this is going to go in my purse. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of jostling in my purse. And so jostling tends to break off the charm. And said, well, if it's just going to fall off, I'd rather take it off myself in a controlled environment. So I put it on my Dooney and Burke charm. And so this one doesn't have the charm, but this one is for my rattan tray, because while this is in the purse, this one is on the rattan tray because the rattan party saver, I often put like my Bible on there. I have a back scratcher because this rest, it's home, it's on the bed. And so I also put my hair ties on this so I can just quickly grab it really fast. And so this one will have the hair ties. Now, I don't plan on using these hair ties. I've actually graduated from these type of hair ties a long time ago. Do you see this like little the little joiner right here? Well, my hair, because it's curly, and I'm not sure if it's just curly hair, maybe everybody's hair, but it tends to get wrapped up in that joint, and so it breaks. So I don't use these. So I bought this just for the case as storage for my hair ties, because the type of hair ties that I do use is in this one, and I use teleties, and I love teleties. I'm not trying to advocate for one brand or another. Oh, sorry. There is my what is that? Is that the washer or the dryer going off? But here, here. So this one, 3 sizes of the teleties that I use, and so these don't break off my hair. You might see like a little strand like you did just earlier that comes off, but they don't break my hair. And the best thing is that all hair ties get loose with usage, like how this is, but when they get loose, you can't reuse them anymore, and they eventually break. But the teleties, you just put them in hot water, you boil some hot water, and then they shrink back to their elasticity, but I was like, current elasticity to their previous elasticity before using, so that's great. And so I love this little pouch, and this one actually seems, I wish whatever this construction is, the compact was made out of, because it kind of gives me like 10, like, can you hear that? SMR. But it's kind of tinny, and so I wish the compact was made of that. If the compact was made with the same material, I would be so happy, and this won't be in the box because I would use it, but it's not. It kind of has that pleather. Just touching the compact, I get disappointed. Because I really wanted that compact. I think I might just have to buy the Mackenzie Child's compact. I think Belk still has it, but it's full price, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I should have bought it from Mackenzie Child's website when it was on sale. Sorry, I'm rambling, but yes. But back to the little hair tie holder. Am I even holding it center? I hope I am. There we go. But it's great, and it also has like this little keychain. I wouldn't recommend using this little keychain, right? Because over time, it's held. Its construction is by. Am I close enough? I can't see. There we go. Its construction is held by a piece of fabric, and you know that fabric is going to wear down over time, and it's going to break. So I wouldn't use it, but it's there. All right, and so that is all my pieces from the Mackenzie Child collaboration. Would I recommend you get them? Some pieces, right? Like the hair clips, and that depends, like if what you're going to use it for. If I would have told my younger self, right, in the past before I purchased them, if I would have said to advise, I would have probably advised me to still go ahead and get them because I still am happy that I have them. Again, I'm such a Mackenzie Childs enthusiast, so I'm glad that I have them. But the one thing about Mackenzie Childs that they do so well is that while their items are collectible, they're also utility. You can utilize them. So when you when we think about the teacup, yeah, it's great. I mean, like I love that it's enamel. I love that it's hand painted. It's decorative, but it's also made out of stainless steel, and so it's going to last for a very long time. And so, because that's what with Mackenzie Childs, I kind of expected this collaboration for that same quality. Quality is the fair word to use here. To carry through to their collaboration with this brand. Now, I don't know if Goody was the correct brand to collaborate with, right? I'm pretty sure there's a little bit more higher end hair utensils, like Chi. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not really in the hair game, so I don't know what the best, hottest tools are. But I am familiar with Goody, and in that vein, I understand the collaboration. Maybe Mackenzie Childs wanted to reach a larger demographic, a target audience, right? Most designers, when they come to Target, that's what they're intending to do. I mean, like it went well for Vineyard Vines, and then Neiman Marcus, they tried to do that too when they had that collaboration with Target many moons ago. So I understand if that was the point of this collaboration is to get audience. To get a larger audience exposed to Mackenzie Childs, then definitely that will work. But I am, like I said, a little sad that the quality that I expect from Mackenzie Childs doesn't really seem to carry through with some of these items, particularly the brush and the comb, right? I would want it to have the same amount of longevity that I would expect from the other items from Mackenzie Childs, right? Maybe they could have made this stainless steel. Maybe Mackenzie Childs should just make their own brush. How about that? Right? The stainless steel gauge, I would totally buy that brush. And let me tell you, the stainless steel brush with the stainless steel bristles would not scare me off. Of course, I understand the coating right here on the bristles that they use to kind of ease off on the scalp. That might erode over time. That's fine. I expect that with usage. But the bristles themselves, and then the brush handle, to use my words, the brush handle being stainless steel, that would have been perfect. The same thing goes with a comb because, now that I think about it, when you think of hairstylists, they do use metal combs. So a stainless, a heavy-duty stainless steel gauge comb that's printed with the enamel. Oh my gosh, that was so up my alley. The clips I'm fine with. They don't have to be stainless steel because I don't know. I think, sometimes a clip can clip too much, so it being plastic is fine with me. But I am rambling as I normally do. So, what do you think, dolls? Do you think that you'll purchase some of these items? Have you purchased some of those items? Sound off in the comments below and let me know. So, next time, dolls, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you take care.